man, we should stretch. And so what I usually see is people get their arm on, and they stand around like this, and they talk, and then they go, ugh, all right, ugh, I'm ready, okay? You watch me in front of before an event, and once you get armored up at an event, you're going to see me basically stretching from the time I drop my arm around the ground until I start fighting. I like literally start fighting. I'm always stretching. So I would recommend everybody stretch at least 15 minutes. Make it part of your warm-up routine, but even more is better, okay? Because if you want to fight for a long time, this is not a very necessarily aerobic activity, but you will tear your body up if you don't properly stretch. So there's a couple things that basically I'll teach is a 5-minute stretch and a 20-minute stretch. The 5-minute stretch is like for that when you get there and you're late and you got to throw your shit on and you got to go, and what do you do? All right? So basically the 3 main things I worry about stretching in the SCA is my back, especially my lower back, okay? My legs, especially my upper legs, and my shoulder. Not so much my arm, but my shoulder. All right? I would recommend you start doing this before you get armor on, and then just as you do it, just keep the armor. Now, this isn't going to be gym class in middle school where we all do the same stretches and everything. You got to find what works for you. But basically, start with your back. I usually pick up my shoulder, whatever. If you're talking, just start with your back. Okay? Start like right about here. Keep your back straight. Don't curl it like this or anything. Keep it straight. Okay, you want to keep it straight and just let it go. Let your back stretch. You'll feel it through your hamstrings and everything. Just kind of stretch your back out, a little back and forth. You don't have to try to reach the ground right away or whatever. Just kind of let it hang and back and forth and back and forth. Straighten your legs out a little bit, but don't let your lower back curl. You just kind of keep kind of straight, rocking back and forth. And I'll just kind of keep on doing this a lot. I'll be talking to people. And I'll go back down, and then eventually I'll just kind of reach down, and I'll just let it go, and I'll get down farther. And for me, when I feel fully stretched out, is when I can finally get to the point where I'm like I said, I'll stop, put my legs on, come back and do more of this, and I'll get to the point where I can just kind of go and drop my chain off without much of an effort. I'm fairly flexible, and people ask me, "How can you do all this stuff on the fighting field?" And this is one reason why. It's got to stretch. So if you're going to stretch one muscle group out, stretch your back out. And when I mean back, I mean lower back, your hips, and your upper hamstrings are all going to kind of do that. And you just kind of rotate that back and forth and let it go. And just take a few minutes. Most people try to just do this and stretch like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, and that's it. And you got to take some time. Let the weight just hang. Don't push it. Just take your time. It'll start loosening it up. And you'll start feeling it. For me, at my age and the way I fight, if I do this right, I'll be sore. I always say, I do this right, I'm sore Sunday, but I'm not sore on Monday. You know, if I do this wrong, some days it just ain't going to be the same way. You know, I'm just going to wake up and it ain't going to go. Well, then I'll be sore till Tuesday, right? Or I won't fight. You're going to stretch one thing out, stretch your lower back out. It'll thank you in the morning. Back and forth, you should feel it stretch all the way up your back here as you go. Again, this would be your 5-minute stretch. Second thing is your legs. So by legs, mostly I mean hamstrings and your groin. That's most of what you're going to pull or strain in this type of combat. And I usually will start out, now sometimes I'll end up going finding a tree. You just start out kind of in a runner's lunge here, and then if you kind of keep your body upright, what you can do is start stretching out your Achilles tendon, right? By trying to press your back foot, your ankle, or your heel to the ground, just kind of lightly. And then the second part of this stretch is really good that most people don't get. Is if you kind of go back and straighten out your front foot, kind of like this, you'll feel it right in the middle of your hamstring. Kind of rock back, get that Achilles on your left, rock back, get that hamstring stretch on your right. Kind of get that, and just get that nice and even, and just kind of bring your body down, forward, and just feel it stretch more and more. Does everybody feel that? You feel it right up in here. Okay. Now, as you're doing this, this is just one of those kind of things. You just take your time. Again, take a minute or two, stretch that Achilles out. I like to do this against a tree or something. Stretch that Achilles out, stretch that hamstring out. Now, second part of that hamstring stretch will get your groin and your hip is to stretch that out from here, and then what you do is start turning your body back this way. Start going like this. And you'll start feeling it kind of drag back here. You'll start feeling it up here. Moves that tension should be up in the middle of your groin here. And then you kind of go back and you kind of turn a little bit this way. And you'll feel it kind of stretch up this side from your knee up through here. You just kind of rotate out this way. That inside stretch, rotate out a little bit outside, rotate back straight. You get to the point where you want to switch legs. Walk that Achilles back. And you just kind of lean forward, get that heel stretched up, get that hamstring going. Stretch forward and rotate out so you start feeling that hamstring move into the stretching in the groin. And you just got to end up knowing your own body. You know, should be able to shouldn't have any pain. If you're stretching where it hurts too bad, you're stretching too much too soon. It shouldn't be painful. Just feel like it's a nice stretch and warm. And you should really start getting to be where you start feeling this. I find a lot of people aren't really comfortable with feeling where their bodies are stretching when they're doing this, which is why I've always found it weird. People can't really pick this stretch up where they're going in and start rotating it out and feeling that groin stretch. Groin stretch is one thing that most people don't really do at all. You can really support groin muscle pretty good. So again, I will spend literally half an hour doing this kind of stuff while I'm getting armor on. But if you've got 5 minutes, do the back, do your lower body, and then we'll move on to your shoulder. Now, shoulder, we can step back a little bit. Just start getting it going. Right here, just start getting it going. You'll see me do this a lot too. I have my hand up on my shoulder a lot. I've had a lot of injuries to this shoulder in the past. So I just kind of, if I have it, just kind of feel how it feels. Feel what's crunching inside there and how bad it's going. But basically just front to back, and I'll just kind of let my hand roll around, almost like you're throwing a wrap. Just kind of let it go, and you kind of get that feel, and you loosen your shoulder up a little bit. And then in front, you're going to rotate it side to side here on front. A little bit, and then you're going to start rotating to where full circles, forward, backwards. Well, this is pretty common sense stuff. So then I'll start combining my body and see where things move. And usually I'll start doing it by doing things like this. I'm just taking my sword across my body. I'm letting it kind of fall. I'm letting my hand fall over. This also starts getting me engaged into thinking about when my body's going to move when I'm throwing shots. And then I'll start bringing it over across the top, like this. Again, this starts getting my body in line, my body mechanics, because I try to tell everybody throw shots from the ground, you throw from your back heel. So I start getting where I'm feeling my sword go, I'm feeling the fact that my arms moving in the right direction, I'm feeling my hips moving in the right direction, I feel that I can take steps, just kind of keep this rotating around, feeling where my arm's binding up, and it's going to come across. Next time I'm killing somebody, feeling where they're going to go around. It's all, quarter speed or whatever, or less. You start reaching back and grabbing your sword and starting to stretch that shoulder out back here. This is why it's good to do without your armor on. You shouldn't really be trying to pull your sword up. You're just supposed to be kind of letting it hang down and giving it a little assist with your offhand. And feel free to rotate your torso around as you're doing this. You'll start feeling the different muscles in your rotator cuff as you turn and as you stretch it a little bit. Pull it back and let it swing through. Pull it back, let it swing through. If you watch me warm up at tournaments, you're going to see me do this a lot. I torn up my shoulder enough, and been fighting this up for 25 years. It's not any good for your body unless you take care of it. So the warmer I feel and the warmer my shoulder is, the better I'm going to be able to fight. This will honestly raise the level of your fighting by X percentage. Okay? Just stretching out properly will increase your fighting ability. For one, it makes your body more fluid, more flexible, more supple. Very easy to understand that part. But for me, I think the most important thing is like I'm saying, is that I start getting, it's not just warm-up fights, you know? I start getting my body in line. What I mean by in line, what I'm going to do, what my body's going to do that day. I start getting my weight under my feet. I start getting the weight into my sword. I start getting my sword loaded up and the power going in it just by letting the stretches go, seeing how it's going to go. If something's not working right, something's not feeling right, then I need to stretch it out then and there. That's kind of why I feel my shoulder a lot. I'll feel things binding up or grinding in there, and I may be working on some other stretches, things like pulling across like this or whatever I need to do. Okay, so that's basically your 5-minute warm-up.